Welcome to the podcast series Coastal Tongues Saving Lives Through Languages. So, in today's episode, I am here with a very special guest, Giedre. Giedre, welcome to the podcast. Could you please shortly introduce yourself firstly to the audience?
Hello, I'm Giedre. Don't know the introduction would say more that I am Giedre. I'm the citizen of a coastal area city, I think, and the person of the planet.
And I am so excited to interview you here today for that reason, because you have incredible experiences. And we would love for you to share a little bit about your experience working in the Sea Museum, working with the sea animals, and everything that you've learned through it. So before we begin, I would firstly like to ask you how you started doing this in the first place and what made you come to this field.
So I always was the lover of animals, let's say, and we had a mini zoo at our flat growing up with my sister. So once, I think that was the former Sea Museum director of the Sea Museum was talking about his book, I think, the book he wrote for the kids about how to love the sea and how to know the sea better. And then me and my sister, we came to him and said, we want to come to the Sea Museum and we want to help something there. And he said, okay, we have a small club. So there was the club where we came. There was also a few girls from don't know where they knew about the club, and few the kids of the workers. So we were just the little guides, as I told you, who was like, don't know if we were helping or other way.
So you were basically working as small kids, giving tour guides to
but
people coming here. But at the same time, you got to experience everything about the Sea Museum.
Yeah, the idea was, or the routine was, that we were coming by ferry in the morning, in the weekends. We tried to help the people who was the keepers, let's say, the seals and the penguins keepers, to help them feed the seals, the penguins not so much, but more or less the seals, to prepare the fish, to clean the places and everything. And after that, we had a coordinator who helped us to know the, let's say, information or the basic things about the Sea Museum, history of the Sea Museum, the buildings, the animals and everything. Yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting to me that you started this at such a young age. I think we were talking about it and you mentioned you were, in second grade when you started working in this? So it's incredible. And on that note, I would like to ask, how was the first experience like working in this field, working with sea animals?
It's, I should say that it wasn't easy. First of all, because after many years spending here, now I know what was that. The people here who works here, they are they know the dangers, because it's not so romantic. It seems like it's super romantic, but it's full of danger steps here, I think. And when the kids coming here by their own, the keepers and the workers, they are responsible for us. So it wasn't easy to, let's say, find their trust. But or like it was super cold, as I remember, in the winters, and super warm in the in the summers, and so on. So it wasn't super easy, but it was super interesting as well.
So, my next question is, do you think understanding animal behavior could be a form of language?
I think, yeah, could be.
And based on your experience, how can you prove that this theory can be true?
If you know how to communicate with the animal, I'm not sure if I could communicate with all the animals. I'm pretty sure I couldn't go to the nature and find the North Sea lion and talk with him and communicate with him. But I think it's about understanding how the animal communicates. And if you can understand the language of the body language, the sound language of animal, you can understand if he's okay, if you are in danger, or if he's in danger, if he is sad. And I mean, from the sounds of whales, even I never worked with the whales, I can understand if the female is whining or the female is happy, because you can understand, you have the sense of the body, how she's swimming, and so on. So the same with the animals. I mean, I never, these movies where you see the orangutanos going with the hands opening and everything, and you're thinking, oh, super happy. And when you know the language of when you can communicate with the animal, you understand it's like he's in the worst position when he's doing that. So sometimes it's not that you can communicate, but you can understand. And it's always like that's how I express that, how my dog understands me. He understands my body language and the sense of what I'm doing, my tone and everything. And the same is with me when I'm understanding animals. I can understand their body language. You don't know them directly signs you're showing or something like that, because we have that with a particular animal, but with a basic knowledge of animals' behavior, you can communicate with them, or at least understand what the situation is.
And do you perhaps think that there are signs at this stage of environmental stress, which is quite evident in, especially in marine sea animals?
Of course. I think that we are part of these animals as well. Stress level of the human nature is also super high, because our bodies, even we don't understand that with our minds, our bodies understand that the world is in danger, and we can sense the danger with our body. And for sure, it's not that stressful as the danger comes tomorrow. But somehow our bodies can understand, like from the food we eating, from the weather we are expressing, and everything. So that's how the human nature, as a community, I think we can understand the danger planet is in. And even we are living our best life. We have a lot of money. We have a lot of things. We have we have food. We are not in hungry. We're not in we have water, clean water. Some countries, right? Somehow, still, we are not. Our bodies are stressful and everything. So why? Because we understand the planet as well. So with the animals, same. I think they cannot express themselves. They cannot understand what's going on, but with their bodies, what they can sense the stress. the planet is in. So
I really love the way you put it, because at the end we are all tied to Mother Nature. So there are these instincts that connect us to the earth, to our surroundings. So perhaps animals have these same instincts. In fact, they might have it more heightened. The senses
they
might
have
be
better,
more
yeah,
heightened in this case. So
because I think it's they have a better connection with the nature, let's say, right? Because they are in the nature more than us, and it's
they are dependent on the nature
yeah,
entirely.
yes, exactly, and it's I sensed this when my child was super little, I think 2 or 3 months old. Um, I had a lot of advices from the people how I have to act, what I have to do, how, and then you can understand that okay, let's just sit in the woods somewhere, breathe a bit, and think what you have to do now. And the answers are coming. So I'm with the same brains, with the same. So it comes somewhere from inside, and it's the same with the animals.
Okay, thank you so much. And you've also had experience participating in sailing.
Yeah.
So could you talk a little bit about this experience? And you were, as we were talking before, you mentioned that you've had experience participating in some races, sailing races. So could you please share a little bit more about this?
And I was the member of university sailing vessel team. So we had to prepare the ship. We had to learn to sail. Yeah, and then sailing a lot, and then races.
Wow, that's really cool. So you've found the opportunity to stay connected to the sea in some or the other way, through animals, through sailing, and so on and so forth. Is there something else that you do in the form of a hobby, or something something new in your life that is also connected to the sea?
Don't know how it's new, but as I remember, all my family, we are from the rowers family, so we are rowing, the academic rowing, and yeah. But I basically like everything what's with the water. I like swim, I like shower, I like bath, I like drinking water. I mean, everything what's with the water. I like muddy puddles. I like rain. Foggy days. I mean, everything what's with the rain, water, or something like that. It's my element.
I would like to ask, what has all these experiences working at the sea taught you personally?
That you are the small dot in the planet,
I love that. I love the way you put it.
because it's like sometimes when you work with an Aussie Lions and or something like that, or sometimes when you have a super cool job, or sometimes when you have a super cool friends, or whatever, you have a lot of money, a lot of different situations, right? Sometimes it's the sense that you are the let's say king or queen of the world, but when you work with the animals, when you work with the sea, when you are at the sea, when you are even when I'm rowing in the river, you can understand that you are like, as I said, super small dot. And of course, from your behavior, a lot of things depends on your behavior, but in the planet. And for somebody also, you can be the world, right? But basically in the world you are still the dot. But also from that dot could don't know, depend the life. We're depending on each other because we're too small to be on our own. We cannot survive it, and we cannot help the planet. It's not that we should help, at least to left it as we find it. So we cannot do that on our own, but we can do that together.
Right. So it's all about teamwork, because taking care of the planet also means that it's not just a one man's effort, although one man can make a difference, but everybody should move towards progressing and saving the planet rather than harming it.
Yeah, as you know, we have the puzzle. Without one, we cannot like say, oh my God, it's completed, because we're missing one piece, right? But if we're just one piece of puzzle, it's still not working again. So vice versa, we are important, because without us, it's not a complete view.
Like how you mentioned that we're all dependent on each other.
Yeah.
I love the way you put that. Okay, so on that note, I would like to ask my final question. In one sentence, what does the sea say to you?
Usually it's a brief.
You said one word, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Giedre, for spending time with us in this podcast. It was such a pleasure talking with you. You
Same.
have incredible experience, and you have a lot of knowledge that the world needs about how to save marine life. And you covered everything. We touched on different topics about the animals, about the sea, and what our impact can come on all of these factors. So thank you again, and
Thank you.
It was a pleasure again talking to you.
Thank you.